It's a difficult question because it's very true that in many parts of the world things are actually worsening, but in many parts of the world things are actually also improving. With a strong vaccination rollout in different parts, we are actually beginning to see finally the impact of vaccination and a reduced number of prevalence of disease in society. And so we're hopeful that in the next 5 months, we're going to see a better and a stronger overall picture. We may still end up with vortexes here and there that still remain difficult, but by and large, we're hoping for more of a recovery.
And often we hear this build it and they will come mantra in Dubai. You're really banking on the idea that the inoculation rate here and the trajectory of the virus is going to be enough to encourage 25 million visits, right?
But not only that, Dan, we're encouraged by the fact that there are very strong vaccination rollout programs globally. So if you look at the United States, they're looking to complete their full vaccination rollout by July 4th. If you look at Europe, is looking at the summertime for them to have an open travel amongst them, and that's going to be indicative of a very large vaccination program that they've put in place. You look at Russia. You look at the Arab world, you look at China and East Asia, there are many pockets of vaccination that will help, I think, we believe, populations recover and be resilient to the disease. The 25 million visits are not just local population, they're actually for the entire globe. And so across the 182 days, we remain confident that we'll be able to attract that number.
And what about some of the travel restrictions that are in place? Is the government making any representation to countries like the UK, for example,
Yes.
or the United States, which
Yes.
still have the UAE on either a travel ban
Yes.
or a red list?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we're in regular conversations with them to understand how we can change the current trajectory. They have changed some of their requirements. They're concerned about some issues that we've already been able to alleviate their concerns around. These are very fluid. This is a very fluid environment, but we are very confident that we'd be able to pick ourselves up collectively as a global community. We still have 5 months down the line. Look how far we've already come since the beginning of the year. The UK was in complete lockdown, and it's only been 3 months. And look at them now, doing so much better. And so there's a lot to say as to how quickly things can get turned around. But here in the UAE, we are optimistic, but we are realistic, and we're practical, and we're trying to find a balance between doing the right thing by our overall health and global health, but at the same time reopening, because it is important that livelihoods as well be taken into account, and it is important that we learn to live responsibly with this virus, because it'll always be here for at least for a while to come.